everyone. Today, we have with us Mr. Utkarsh Raj, an experienced in-house legal counsel with a strong background in banking and finance law, arbitration, corporate law, and dispute resolution. He has worked with leading institutions like SBI Card, HDFC Bank, and the Aditya Birla Group, and has also been associated with the Supreme Court of India. With over 5 years of experience navigating the complex intersection of law, finance, and compliance, he offers valuable insight into both the corporate legal landscape and the financial challenges faced by today's youth. We welcome you, sir.
First of all, thank you, you and your team for having me here. I am excited for the further answering and these sessions as well.
Thank you, sir. To start with, could you share your journey from Chanakya National Law School to becoming an in-house counsel in the banking sector? What skills or experiences helped you break into this field?
Sure. My journey has actually begun with before the Chanakya National Law University. I started my BBA LLB from KIT School of Law, Bhubaneswar. I passed out in the year of 2020. Thereafter, I did my LLM from Chanakya National Law University, having my specialization in corporate and commercial law. And just after that, I joined the HDFC Bank as a deputy legal manager, where I was
Mhm.
handling the entire portfolio for the North region, and especially for the UP and Uttarakhand, where I was majorly involved in the banking litigations with respect to the against cases of the HDFC Bank and those organizations. Thereafter, I joined the in-house boutique law firm being led by Mr. Noniti Prasad Singh and Mr. Abhishek Baid in the before the Supreme Court of India, where I have gained the practical exposure and the nuances of the litigation field at the various forum, not only in the Supreme Court, majorly at the NCLT, TRT, and other various district forums. Apart from this, thereafter, I joined Aditya Birla Capital, where I worked as a junior legal counsel for more than 1.5 years, and now I am currently working with the SBI in their FRM, where I am currently handling the fraud risk and litigation management.
All right, all right. What does the hiring process for legal roles in banks or NBFCs typically look like? Are there specific courses, certifications, or internships that increases one's chances?
The hiring process in the banks and NBFCs has become more structured nowadays over the years. Usually, it involves an online applications followed by 1 to 2 rounds of interview with the HR round, the national legal heads interview with or in the interaction with the national legal heads, and if required, sometimes they also follow the process with the business team as well for the final round of interview.
All right. Uh, as you mentioned, as a legal manager, what does your day-to-day work involve? Could you describe your main responsibilities and the kinds of legal issues you handle?
Yes, in my current role at SBI Card, every day brings something new. My main responsibilities here include the fraud risk and management and the litigation
Mm.
across the India. I am in the headquarter. That includes like the handling of the credit card facilities, coordinating with the law enforcement agencies, replying to the various legal notices, drafting of the complaints, and also following up with the external counsels, law firms that on the ongoing court cases, reviewing to the notices, attending the court matters, and advising to the various internal stakeholders that to how to avoid the potential litigation and this all. So basically, we daily needs a blend of all law and the strategy. You have to be quick, accurate, and commercially sensible because decisions in the my current organizations impact both the customers and the company's brand reputation as well.
Right, right. NBFCs have seen a major rise in India, especially among young borrowers. From your perspective, what factors have contributed to this boom?
I would say that the rise of the NBFC is driven by the accessibility, speed, and the flexibility. The
Mm.
fintech revolution after the 2016, when the some regulatory changes has been done, like the major GST laws, the demonetization happened, and mobile-based KYC, Aadhaar, AI-driven credit scoring score, and the paperless onboarding. Digital, we are currently living in the digital era.
Mm,
So this is a credit landscape, I would say, but this growth also brings some kinds of responsibilities both for the lenders and to lend ethically, as well as the borrower to understand the repayment obligations. It's a sector which thrives the trust and runs on the basis of the principle of transparency.
right. Many NBFCs charge very high interest rates on personal or instant loans. Do you believe current regulations are adequate to protect consumers?
Uh, Again, this is a tricky balance, I would say. NBFC generally operates under the RBI guidelines, but since
Mm,
they take higher lending rates, their interests are naturally higher than banks. Regulations like the FEMA, RBI's digital lending norms, and a lot of regulatory compliances are there which you have to follow. But many borrowers still don't fully read or understand the loan terms. I would say that regulation is evolving, but the intent is there. But you need to also ensure the enforcement and the financial literacy needs to go hand in hand. Consumers should basically know that what they are opting for, they are choosing for.
right, right. More awareness. How are these high interests, easy access loans affecting India's youth financially and psychologically? Do you see a long-term risk in this?
Yes, it's a growing concern, especially in this digital fraud era. Easy access to the credit, especially small tickets loan on the mobile-based applications, often leads to the impulsive borrowing. I have
Mm,
seen that
right,
many young earners don't factor in the repayment discipline or the interest compounding. So
right.
basically, the solutions lies in the early educations, in the schools, in the colleges. The basic college should teach at least the basic credit management and the emotional side of the financial responsibility and the well-being.
Right, right. Mhm. What are some early warning signs that a person might be falling into a debt trap, and what immediate steps can they take to recover from it?
Uh, Pardon.
So, what are some early warning signs that a person might be, falling into a debt trap? How can you figure that out early at a stage, and what immediate steps can they take to recover from it?
Yes, some early warning signs are missing payments, using one loans to repay another, or mixed out of the credit. If you find yourself doing that, it's a time to pause. Firstly, I would say that list your liabilities clearly, how much, to
Right.
whom, and at what rate. Then prioritize of paying high rate interest. Avoid taking the fresh personal loan from any other unauthenticated website. Speak with your
Yes.
lenders. There are a lot of trusted institutions offering restructuring or the settlement options, and most importantly, change your spending pattern. I would say, because
Mm,
awareness and discipline are the only the tools to recover it.
right, right. And as someone working in banking, what would you advise people to keep in mind before applying for a credit card?
See, I am not a business person, but yes, having mix of the law and as a manager, legal manager, you should know both the law and the management as well. So
Mhm.
my advice would be to keeping in mind is that treat a credit card as a financial tool, not as a free money. Because before applying, check the joinings and the annual fees, what are the hidden charges, interest rate, and also more importantly, your spending pattern. Choose your
Right,
card wisely, that would suits your lifestyles. If you go travel for one way or miles to other ways, that's how you can minimize this and can maintain the healthy credit score, I would say.
right. And following from that, what's the correct way to use a credit card to build a healthy credit score while avoiding long-term debt?
The best way to use a credit card is to spend what you can repay, keep your utilization below certain points of the limit, and pay dues before the statement date. Never use your cash using or withdraw cash using the credit
Mm,
cards, because the interest starts immediately. You have to use it very wisely because actually the credit card build your credit worthiness.
Right. And what are the most common mistakes that you see amongst young professionals they make with credit usage or repayment, and how can they avoid them?
Most common mistake is treating the credit as an income. I have seen that
Right.
many young earners overspend, miss payments, or have multiple active loans. Even other ignore their credit report, which is like is your financial CV.
Right.
One default can hurt your score for the years. I have my advice is that borrow only when necessary and maintain the
Mm.
financial discipline.
Right. And from a legal standpoint, what rights do customers have if they are being harassed for loan recovery or facing unfair banking practices?
Legal points of view, borrowers have a lot of rights available or the remedies available in the eyes of law. No recovery agent or can use the abusive language, threaten or contact outside the permitted hour as per the RBI Code of Conduct and the various judgment which the apex court has already passed. If there is a harassment, customer can file a complaint with the bank's grievances redressal officers. RBI
Mm.
ombudsman is there, or even the police. However,
Right.
also the borrower had the duties to repay the loan honestly because the key is communication.
Right.
You
Right.
have to work very legally.
Right. Do you think there's a need for stronger financial literacy initiatives, especially among college students and first-time credit users? How can law graduates contribute to that effort?
Absolutely, absolutely. Financial literacy is the missing pillar in India's education system. I would say in the Indian legal system as well. Young people enter job without understanding the what is
Mm.
credit insurance or what is the tax planning. In this sector, law graduates can play a huge role here by conducting awareness drives, helping drafting simple legal guides on the loans and the credit, and even partnering with the NGOs or the fintech for consumer educations because uh, it's a social duty as much as a legal one. I have
Right.
seen that a lot of the law graduates nowadays are taking the initiative and doing the internship on the various
Mm.
NGO which are driving these kind of campaigns.
Right. And what advice would you give to law students aspiring to build a career in banking or financial law?
My advice to the young law graduates is that to firstly start with of strong fundamentals. That is like contract law, company law, NI Act, IBC is
Mm.
there, Surface law is there, and also try to intern much you can with the NBFCs in-house team, banks or the law firms, those
Mm.
who are handling the financial dispute or are impaneled with the various financial institutions. Don't only chase the courtroom work. Understand how the documentation, compliances, and the recovery procedures work behind the scene. Because building or good drafting a skill and stay updated about the government guidelines and the regulatory developments with respect to the fintech
Mm.
is is a time need of a time. This sector
Right.
is expanding, and legal professional who understand both law and the finances will always be in demand.
True. Very true, sir. And finally, what's your view on how the role of in-house counsel in financial institutions is evolving in India, especially with fintech and digital banking on the rise, as you said?
Yes, actually, the role of an in-house counsel is evolving rapidly, not
Mm.
in India, Indian legal market, but globally. It's no longer limited to vetting contract. It's not about managing risk. It's also about managing, ensuring the compliances and guiding the business team on the complex regulatory issues. We have seen in the past 8 to 10 years that with fintech, data protection, and AI-driven credit models, legal team now are playing a strategic role in the decision making. Going forward, in-house counsel will need to have be take aware, commercially sharp, and proactive in the governance.
Hmm.
It's a very exciting time to be in this space.
Absolutely. So with that, thank you so much for offering such practical and insightful perspectives. Perspective. Your experience bridges the gap between law, finance, and consumer awareness. And I'm sure today's discussion will help many law students and young professionals to make more informed financial and career decisions. So you've been
Yeah,
incredibly kind and generous with your time and guidance here today. We really appreciate it and thank you. We wish you all the very
uh,
best for your life.
yes, thank you so much. It's been wonderful discussing these aspects today, not just from the legal lens, but also from the financial and human perspective. At
Right.
last, I would say that this world of the banking and NBFCs is changing rapidly. Like we are seeing that the fintech is coming, lot of data protections. Recently, the DPTP law has come, and the
Yes.
regulatory compliance is coming to the front to a legal profession, which is making it more dynamic than ever to
Right.
even to the young lawyers and the students, those who are listening, my advice would be to stay curious, ethical, and keep learning.
Right.
Don't limit yourself to the traditional definitions of the law, whether it's a
Yeah.
financial law, compliances, or the data privacy.
Right. Right.
Because the opportunities are endless, and if you are willing to evolve within the system, you have to learn these kind of nuances. And at lastly, I would thank to your DSLN team for inviting me. It's been a pleasure for sharing such kind of my journey and the thoughts.
No, the pleasure is all ours. Our viewers get so much to learn from you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.